A great question. Is Jesus asleep? You know the story. Jesus, he told the disciples, get on the boat. They got on the boat. They started sailing off. And there was this big storm that they found themselves in. Everybody's going crazy. Everybody's bailing stuff out, grabbing life preservers, calling 911. And they look around, and Jesus is taking a nap. You ever feel like that? Like you're going through stuff, and Jesus just doesn't care? This is a great story. And there's three questions that just pop out of this story that make us think. The first question is, Jesus, don't you care? That's what the disciples actually asked him. They woke him up. They shook him up. Hey, Jesus, get up. Don't you care? We're going to die here. We're about to go overboard. We're about to be shark food, and you don't seem to care. Why does Jesus seem not to care sometimes? Why was he asleep, first of all? Well, the reason was he was asleep is because Jesus was in perfect peace. Jesus is perfect peace. He was in perfect peace. And what Jesus was saying without saying any words, hey, guys, if you're hanging out with me, if you're on the same boat with me, you just chill out because this boat ain't going down. This is what God is telling you. If you're hanging out with Jesus, if you're trusting Jesus, if you're believing in Jesus, just rest, just take it easy. Your boat is not going to sink. You're with him. And if Jesus can sleep in peace, then you can sleep in peace also. Jesus was calm because storms are expected. Hey, guess what? We live in a world that's difficult. Storms are going to happen. Sometimes they're my fault. Sometimes they're not my fault, but it's okay. Storms happen. And Jesus just said, you know what, guys? This is a normal occurrence. We live in a world that's not perfect. We live in a world that's affected by sin. And we live in a world that we have taken a stand to do the right thing and stand on the right side. So we have all these things fighting against us, and these things cause storms sometimes. And sometimes we feel like the world is going to end because the storm is here. Jesus said the world's not going to end. Actually, expect the storms. Jesus told the disciples the other time, you know what? In this world, there's going to be some messed up stuff. You're going to go through some messed up stuff, but take courage. Don't stress it. Don't lose control. I have already overcome the world. They asked Jesus, don't you care? Of course he cares. He just knows what was going on. Jesus says, if you want to just be safe, if you want to have this peace that I have, that I can sleep through a storm, just make sure you follow me. The story goes, Jesus told the disciples, get on the boat, let's sail over. They were in the right place at the right time. They were doing what they had to do. And when you do that, when you follow what Jesus is telling you, when you're doing the right thing in the right place, you can just rest. You can chill. You can relax because you know God is going to take care of you because Jesus is in the boat. Okay? So, second question they asked, number two, the question is, Jesus asked them, why are you guys so afraid? And this is a question we should ask ourselves. I'm going through a storm. Jesus is in the boat with me. Why am I so afraid? Let's talk about that a little bit. Now, if Jesus said it, if Jesus told you to go, if Jesus put you on the boat, if you're doing what he said to do, then you don't have to be afraid because you know things are going to work out right. Get your life straight. It's not that you're going to be perfect. It's not that you're going to be a saint. But just find what God's will is for you and then walk in that will. And once you do that, you're saying, you know, I'm doing what I was told to do, so I know I have the guarantee of protection from the one who told me to do it. Why am I afraid? I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Jesus will take care of me. Sometimes the unknown stuff, that's the stuff that gets us afraid. That's the stuff that stresses us out. These guys were in a boat. It was dark. Waves were coming up. Instead of enjoying the ride like a roller coaster, they were afraid, which is normal. The unknown scares us sometimes. But you know what? Jesus is saying, I can fall asleep in this. You know why? Because it's a good thing. Instead of being afraid of the unknown, embrace the adventure of the unknown. We're living through a time now where everything is turned upside down. Everything is topsy-turvy. We don't know what's going on. Now, instead of stressing out, what should we do? We should embrace the adventure. We say, God, take me where you want to take me. Let my life be an exciting roller coaster of ups and downs, but I know that I got the seatbelts on and you're taking care of me. Embrace the adventure. Don't be afraid. Don't let life stress you out. Don't let the unknown stress you out. Let it say, God has surprises for me. Look at it that way. So Jesus asks, why am I afraid? I'm going to embrace the adventure. And then the third question that we see here, and this is the most powerful question. These guys were going through a bunch of stuff. They said, Jesus, why are you asleep? Don't you care? And Jesus got up. Jesus told the waves, shut up. He told the wind, be quiet. Everything fell into place. And then the disciples asked themselves a very important question. The question they asked was, who is this guy? Who is this guy that even the winds and the waves listen to him? That's an awesome question. And that's a question we have to ask ourselves. Where is your faith placed? You don't believe in just some kind of fairy tale. Your faith is not based on some kind of man-made thing. Your faith is based on Jesus, the Son of the living God, the creator of the universe, the Jesus who can tell the winds and the waves to shut up and they shut up, the Jesus who created the world with a spoken word. This is the God that we serve. So when you start getting stressed out, ask yourself, who is this person in whom I've placed my trust in? Cool. We do a little jump here. And there was a discussion that Peter especially had with Jesus further on in the future. And Jesus says, who's everybody saying that I am? And Peter said something. Peter said, you are the Messiah. You are the Son of the living God. And that exchange there is an awesome exchange that we can learn from. When we're afraid, we should ask ourselves, who is this that we're believing? Who we're believing in Jesus, the one, God himself, the one who was sent to give good news, freedom, and a great future in my life. That's the one we serve, Jesus the Messiah. Jesus told Peter at that time, Peter said, Peter, that's awesome. This was not revealed to you by any other means. This was revealed to you by God. So tell yourself, God, reveal to me who it is that I'm serving. Reveal to me where my trust is placed. Reveal to me why I should be chill and not stressed out. God, reveal to me how I can find peace even through every storm. So God says, I'm going to reveal to you that I'm the Messiah. Jesus said, I'm the Messiah. I'm the salvation. I'm your solution. I'm your success. They kept talking, and Jesus told Peter, Peter, God revealed this to you. And God told Peter, and now I'm going to tell you something. Now your faith and the faith of those who come after you are going to be as solid as a rock. Solid as a rock. This is what God wants you to do. God wants you to have a faith, a walk, a lifestyle, an attitude, and a mindset that you are standing on solid ground and that you are solid as a rock. What does that mean? That means that when you get on the boat of life and the storms of problems and difficulties start stirring things up or whatever, you're not going to be stressed out. You're not going to be crying. You're not going to be afraid. You are going to be so chill, so cool that you can lay down and take a nap even in the midst of the storm because your life is set on that solid rock and you are living a life that's a solid rock. And then the last thing Peter learned when he had that exchange with Jesus of who Jesus was, Jesus says, not only am I going to build you up like a rock, but I'm giving you the keys to the kingdom of heaven. In other words, Peter, you're going to be unstoppable now. And this is what God is telling you. When you ask and you find out who is this guy that we believe in, who is this God, who is this Jesus, Jesus gives you so many things, but one of the most powerful things that he gives you is the keys to heaven. What he gives you is those keys that says you are unstoppable. There's nothing you can do that will not prosper when you do it with God. This is a great message to hear at this time when we're going through these kind of things. There's storms brewing up, and sometimes we say, Jesus, don't you care? Are you asleep? Jesus says, no, of course I care. I take care of you. Why are you afraid? And then we have to ask ourselves, who is this Jesus that we're talking about? Is it just any other God, or is it the Son of the living God, the one who's going to take care of things? I hope you got something out of this today. I know I did. I know Lewis did. Lewis is just paying attention. Lewis pays attention to everything I say when we record these things. That's great, Lewis. I'm glad you're paying attention. And if you did, I'm going to ask you to press that button down there, that red button that says subscribe. I want you can comment, you can share. It's going to help us get the word out to other people. And I really hope that you keep listening to us and you get something out of this. So remember, God wants you to know that he is not asleep, that he does care. He's going to take care of you, and he's much better, much bigger, much stronger than what you think. God has these great things prepared for you. God has the good life prepared for you. God bless you.